There are certain courses, there are certain clubs that are like high cathedrals for the game. Here at the Colonial Country Club, it's very much like that. And you can feel the history almost everywhere you turn around this place. It includes people like this, Marvin Leonard, who was the founder of this club and was very much important to the development of Ben Hogan, maybe not so much competitively, although there was an element played there as well, but certainly from the standpoint of the Hogan Golf Equipment Company in the latter years. This room that I'm in is actually the Ben Hogan Museum here at Colonial, and it has bits and pieces of his life, and very significant pieces spread out from within that you can see if you're ever here at Colonial. This display here is one that I think is very cool because this is built mostly around Ben Hogan's accident that took place in the winter of 1949. Remember, he came back and won the U.S. Open at Marion in 1950. And why this is so distinctive is because when Tiger won his 5th green jacket at the Masters, the question was asked, what was the best comeback story of all time in the game of golf? And this was the story that it was compared to, because over here there's an actual photograph of Hogan's car. They were hit, Valerie was in the passenger seat, head on by a 20,000-pound Greyhound bus, and it took them hours to extract Ben Hogan from the wreckage. As you can see, he dove across his wife's lap to keep her from being ejected through the windshield, but his legs, of course, and hip were where the engine ended up. In fact, interestingly enough, the steering wheel actually impaled through the driver's seat. So had he not made that selfless effort to save Valerie, he would have died by the steering wheel going right through his body. So when they got him out of there that night, they told Mrs. Hogan that he wasn't expected to survive. Then they told her that he wasn't expected to walk again. Certainly he wasn't expected to play golf again. No one expected that he would win 6 of his 9 major championships after that near fatal car accident. Follow the Sun was a motion picture that was made about what happened to Ben Hogan. You can see him with the stars, etc. So throughout this room, there are all kinds of mementos to his success, including the success he had here at Colonial. And you'll see the trophies over here on the right to the 5 times that here at Hogan's Alley, he was able to work the ball into the areas that he needed to, because what made Ben Hogan so distinctive was, you've often heard about how Ben Hogan was one of the great all-time ball strikers. What he had was the ability to work the ball whatever direction he needed to, so he could go after those flags that were tucked on the right or go after those flags that were tucked on the left. When he was here at Colonial, when he was practicing here at Colonial, sometimes he would be out for 5 hours or more because he would sit in one spot. Say he wanted to practice a low draw 4-iron, he could sit there and hit 60 balls just on that shot alone before he would carry on his round. And one of the things that I think is so cool about this room, a couple things that I'll end with, is the Ben Hogan Award, which you can actually see right here. Doug Gim won it in 2018, but look at these names: Maverick McNeely, John Rahm, Patrick Rogers. The names on this award are very impressive, and you can actually see the award there protected behind glass. But I wanted to end on this. This is a replica set of Hogan clubs from back in the day, and as you can see, they are inherent with absolute beauty. This is the reason why Ben Hogan Equipment was such a major force at the height of its run, and it's because of all of this technology. You can see that Mr. Hogan understood that would help all golfers, particularly those golfers that needed the benefit of modern technology, and this was the modern technology of its day, and this I really love. Again, these were never hit, but you can see the beauty of a persimmon wood and understand that when they created these clubs, not only did they have the technology of their time and maximize the same, but these were truly works of art, and it speaks to the lineage of Ben Hogan Golf Equipment.